Okay, so here's the moment everybody's been waiting for. It's time for us to actually build out our OfferMint campaign. Now you see them over here on the login screen. I'm gonna go ahead and click this button and I'm gonna log in. All right, so you can see that I'm taken over here to the welcome screen. All right, so there's a intro video. It's going to walk you through the whole entire process. There's 3 little steps over there on the right-hand side. And then I just want to point out that I am inside the OfferMint Pro account. So if you look over here on the left-hand side, I'm able to create brandable tracking links, which is pretty awesome. I'm also able to do lead steps and bridge pages, and then I'm able to do everything that the regular OfferMint has, right? So I highly, highly recommend that you lock in the Pro version while you can. And by the way, we sold the Pro version for $297 back in the day. So make sure you grab it, all right? But here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna come over here to the left-hand side, and we're gonna go ahead and start with the product outline. All right, so you see I'm taking over here to the product outlines. I don't have anything created yet. So I'm gonna come over here and click on this button that says new product outline. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and call this one SaaS. And so we're gonna go ahead and continue from the previous video where I showed you how to come up with your big idea. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and click add product outline. And now that we've done that, you see that I'm taken over here to this interface. Now, very, very simple, nothing complicated. You see that I got 5 steps up above and 5 steps over here on the left-hand side. And then when I finish those steps, I'm gonna have these bonuses that are gonna automatically show up, all right? So the first thing we gotta do is we gotta choose our offer type. So I could do a system, a process, a method, a secret, or a formula. I'm gonna go ahead and do a system because that's what we mapped out with our big idea. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my big idea here and I'm gonna go ahead and plug it in, all right? A system that helps online business owners launch or sell their own software in about 60 days by using fast and low-cost software building approach. Now we're gonna go ahead and say, get naming style. All right, now that we've done that, right, and notice we're over here on step number 1. The first thing we gotta do is we gotta figure out our naming style. So do we want it to be common, where it is clear and descriptive names that tell people exactly what the product does? They build trust quickly by removing confusion and making the benefit obvious. And if you look over here on the right-hand side, I've got examples for you, right? So the referral harvesting method, the affiliate growth system, the commission pathway, the profitable referral blueprint, the sign-up success method. All right, so you can choose one of those. We can come over here to acronym. Names built from letters that stand for a structured system or process. They feel official, credible, and easy to remember when each letter connects to a clear step or benefit. So like, check this out. Look, the REAP formula. And REAP, what does it stand for? Referrals, Earning, Authority, Profits. How about this one? The GROW method. Generate referrals, optimize wealth. I love it. All right, let's come over here to branded. Unique, often invented names designed to stand out and be remembered. They build a strong identity and grow into a recognizable brand over time. So like Affinity, Refera, Lincora, Comissio, Profundity. Okay, how about metaphor? Symbolic names that paint a picture or spark imagination. They connect emotionally and let people see your product's value before using it. The harvest engine, the referral stream, profit roots, growth forge. The harvest engine, the referral stream, profit roots, growth forge, commission flow, right? And then finally we have creative. Definitely one of my favorite ones. Catchy, fun combinations of simple words that balance clarity with personality. They're easy to remember and give your product a playful edge. Payout Panda, Referral Rocket, Sign Up Shark, Commission Fox, Link Lion, OfferMint, Mintbird. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with common. I'm gonna go ahead and click this button that says create names. All right, so there we go. Now we're over here on step number 2. If you look over here on the left-hand side, you can see that, yep, it is lit up. And our goal for step number 2 is to go through and choose a product name. Now, I'm here to tell you that AI is going to get better, which means OfferMint is going to get a lot better, but take a look at these names already. And let me remind you about the consistency and the congruency with our big idea. Because our big idea was a system that helps online business owners launch or sell their own SaaS software in about 60 days by using fast and a low-cost software building approach. And little side note, we're talking about full stack platforms, like building like a Facebook or something, right? But at any rate, now we're going to go through and we're going to like choose one of these product names. And so if we look over here on the top left, we got the SaaS launch system, right? Launch your SaaS fast and affordably within 60 days. Don't say that 10 times in a row, right? Reflect subject, SaaS software, audience, online business owners, and promise to launch in 60 days with low cost. The quick SaaS setup, the rapid SaaS launch, Build SaaS fast, the SaaS launch formula, the fast SaaS builder, the launchpad system, the SaaS print system, the SaaS sprint system, the 60-day SaaS system, and the affordable SaaS launch. Now, what's interesting is I actually have the 60-day SaaS system. And if I were to bring that over here, let me show you. All right, there we go. So I went and pulled this out of the group, right? This was from January 2024. You can look at this logo, you can look at this branding and everything else. I can remember we hired a designer to do this. We paid a lot of money. There was a lot of revisions. It took a lot of time. To come up with this name was not the easiest thing to do, right? So you can see right here that OfferMint has gone and done all the work for us. We didn't have to spend a lot of time trying to figure this out or anything, right? So all we got to do is go through and just choose a name that we like. So I'm gonna go ahead and choose this one right here, and we're gonna go ahead and click on next step. Now, while it's taking us to the next step, I wanna show you this. This right here, these were the creative names it came up with for that goal, right? Look at this, Swift Falcon, Quick Club, Agile Linux, the Brisk Otter, right? Very, very creative. Or let's go ahead and take a look at the acronyms. All right, so look, we got the lift system, and then it tells you what lift stands for. We got the ramp system, the bolt system, the grip system. Like, look at that. Look at all these systems, all acronyms, right? So you don't have to do the work there. Or how about if we look at the branded ones, right? So now we got the SAF Swift, or Buildora, or Veloxo, or Liftoro, or Launchly, right? You can kind of see, and you've seen a lot of names in systems called this. And then finally, if we come over here, we have the metaphors. So look at this here. So we have the quick launch, the rocket build, the flash rise, the blazecraft, the volt path, the swift. Look at this. It's coming up with everything for us. So depending on the type, common, creative, acronym, branded, or metaphor, these names are pretty damn good. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through and brand the name that we chose. And by the way, I'll come back around and I'll generate logos on all of those naming types just so you can see how incredible this is. And I don't know what's gonna happen, right? Because we're at the mercy of AI. But here's what we're gonna do, right? We're gonna come over here, and by the way, we're on step number 3. We're gonna either do a horizontal or a vertical logo, okay? So I'm gonna do horizontal. Look at these colors, man. It knows that these colors, blue is trust, right? So I love the colors, and by the way, that's my favorite color. And then down here, these are the recommended fonts. These are like the top fonts when it comes to logo design. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on this guy right here, and it says it's slightly softer and warmer, great for brands wanting a friendly, modern vibe. Works for me. Now over here on the right hand side, if you want to add customization, you can go ahead and click this box and type in whatever you want to see. The logo brief for the Launchpad system, this can be a little technical, right? But the logo features a main text Launchpad in bold modern font to convey strength and innovation, with system in a smaller, lighter font below. It's a secondary word. And an icon resembling a sleek rocket or upward arrow is integrated near the text to symbolize fast launching and upward momentum. The style is minimalist, flat, and scalable for easy to use across digital and print media. Now, why this logo works. This logo clearly communicates the brand's promise of rapid SaaS product launches through the rocket upward arrow symbol, which is both memorable and relevant. The professional color palette and clean typography reflect trust and innovation, increasing perceived credibility and brand recognition in the tech and business community. I don't know what you all think, but I'm ready to create the logo. So we'll go ahead and click on Create the Logo. And there you go. Now you see that the logo has been created, and I like it. I love it. It's got the trust. Pretty awesome, right? Now, if I want, I can come over here and I can go ahead and download this logo, okay? If there's something I want to change, I can revise the logo, or what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and click on I approve this design, and I'm going to go to the next step. All right, and now you see that I'm taking over here to step number 4, which is to create the framework. It's already gone through and figured out all your framework for you, right? So step number 1 is ideation and market research. And look, it's gone through and it's bulleted everything, and I can go and add more bullets if I want to. I can remove anything I don't like. Step number 2 is planning and strategy development. Step number 3 is building the SaaS product. Step number 4 is beta testing and feedback gathering. Step number 5 is launch preparation and marketing. And step number 6 is official launch and growth. Pretty awesome, right? And like I said, I can come over here and I can actually add more steps to this, right? But I'm happy with this. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on next step. And now it's going to go through and create the deliverable outline. So I want to do a PDF guide. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and click on Create Deliverables. And there you go. So you see that it's gone through and it has mapped out our whole entire outline. It's told us the assets that we can have. And then it's gone through and said, okay, so for your PDF guide, page number 1, Introduction to the Launchpad System. Page number 2 is the ideation and market research. Page number 3 is planning and strategy development. Page number 4 is building your SaaS. Page number 5 is beta testing and feedback. Page number 6 is launch preparation. Page number 7, launch growth strategies. And page number 8 is additional resources and support. So there's lots of software out there that builds courses for you and builds guides and everything else, right? But the problem is people aren't putting the right content in there. They're not doing these outlines. They're not getting clear on their message, and therefore they're not able to take people to the next step. They're not able to use it as a pre-sell. They're not able to fill their masterminds and their events like we do. That's what makes this process so incredible. But guess what? We're not done just yet. Because remember, now we head over here to the bonus area. So I'm going to go ahead and click on next. And there you go. Now what it's done is it's came up with resources that we can add, like the SaaS market research tools, or the recommended low-code, no-code platforms, or the beta testing and user feedback platforms, right? Pretty awesome. And remember, we can keep adding to it. But let's go to the next step. Now we have our upsells, right? So we have the Launchpad Accelerator Coaching. Description: personalized coaching sessions to fast track your SaaS launch success. One-on-one guidance with industry experts, tailored strategy and problem-solving support, accountability and motivation to hit your 60-day launch target. Price $497. Beautiful. Perfect upsell. The done-for-you SaaS MVP development. Description: a complete MVP built for you using fast, low-cost methods. Save time and avoid technical hurdles. Custom features aligned with your business needs. Includes testing and deployment assistance. Price $19.97. That's really good as well. And then we have the SaaS Launch Marketing Package. Description: comprehensive marketing materials and campaigns set up to boost your launch. Ready-to-use email sequences and ad creatives, social media content calendars, and guidance on paid and organic traffic strategies. Price $9.97. I'm telling you right now, I love this tool so much. But we're going to go to the next step. Now you see it's suggesting some bump offers, and this is going to increase our average order value. So we have the Launchpad extended support, right? Additional 3 months of support to ensure your SaaS launch growth. That's actually a really good idea. I've never thought of that. And then we have the Launchpad SaaS Toolkit. Description: essential software and resource bundle to speed up your SaaS development, access to discounted tools and plugins, ready-to-made templates for faster setup, and training video on effective tool use. And you can see that it's priced in at $97 and $47. All right. Just suggestions, and you can keep coming in here and you can keep adding more bump offers. All right. Now we're going to come over here and click next step. And that's it. You can see that we've gone through and finalized our product outline. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to come over here and we're going to go ahead and create our marketing plan. Unless, of course, you already had your marketing plan done. If you did, you would have picked it right here. And then at that point, I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but it's going to do something really magical. And you have to tune in to see what that is. All right. But before I let you go, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come on over here to these other tabs. And I'm going to go generate these logos really quickly so you can see exactly how these turn out. I'll be back in a minute. All right, so here we go. First of all, I want to point out that I have not revised any of them. I just took their recommendations for their font, their colors, and I just hit the button, and there's the first one. That is the Swift Falcon. It is a creative style. Pretty good, right? Next, we have the Bolt system, which is acronym style. So you have BOLT. Then we have Buildora, which is branded style. And then finally, we have the Metaphor, which is the rocket build, right? Now, I'm sure you would agree that these look absolutely incredible. And then if I were to come over here to this tab, this is my dashboard. So that's how fast we're able to go and create out these product outlines, right? The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go build out the marketing plan for these product outlines, and it's all leading to the big surprise at the end. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're loving everything with OfferMint, and I can't wait to see what you create with it. All right, so I'll see you in another video.